Hi everyone, my name is Mary and welcome back to Quinn Ink. Today in this video I want you to grab your 1.1 section middle portion. All of the parts, we are going to be sewing this section and section 2. Grab all 4 parts, should already be sewn together. We're going to sew both of these together, so section 1 and section 2, so that way we can finish it and get it done and started. So don't forget to grab yourself a needle with a large eye hole. Don't forget to grab your thread. And don't forget to grab a pair of scissors. And if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to scroll down, hit that like button, and subscribe to my channel if you so feel you would like to, so that way you can see unique tutorials such as this one and other ones I will do in the future. Alrighty, so I'm going to get my needle threaded and we'll get started. Don't forget to grab your section 1 and your section 2 that looks like this, so that way we can sew them all together and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back and I'm going to show you how to line all of this up. So we'll scoot the camera over here. So this should be your section 1 with the blue portion at the bottom. Okay, and you have the little T shape right here because that is part of the bat's bottom part. Okay, so what you're going to do is, this is section 2 up here, so you're going to grab the bottom right here, just turn the corner, and we're going to hold them together like this. And we also want to get some pins. I am so sorry, my chair has been very squeaky lately, so I'm sorry about that. So let's grab some pins and let us, so this section right here where you see kind of like a bump, you're going to want to pin those 2 portions together like this, and then you can also grab another pin and pin the middle section. Okay, so there's that. And then as you move down, find those little bumps again that you see right here. That's where we sewed it, because we're going to do this bump to bump instead of behind it. Then we'll grab another pin and we'll pin the bumps right here. There we go. Okay, and we'll grab another pin and we're going to line up this black section right here that you see where my pin is, this section to that section. So we'll just pin it right there on the line, so I know as I'm coming down the line these 2 are lined up. We'll move the camera down. I'll grab another pin. And then you also want to line up those yellow sections. See how these 2 are not lined up? So you're going to want to move them to where they're lined up. And both of the bumps are lined up as well. So we'll pin those bumps real quick. There we go. Okay, and then we also, here, I'll move my camera in so you can see that. Okay, so we lined up both this bump and this bump right here, so that way those 2 are pinned. We want to make sure these 2 sections are lined up, so I normally pull them apart and then put them together to line them up. Grab my pin and pin it right there at the very top. Okay, I'll move my camera out just a little bit and we'll move right down the line, and this is all yellow, so we'll grab another pin and I'll pin it right there in the middle. Okay, so there we go. And then we're also going to be working on the top, so as you can see, we have a bunch of V stitches or stitches we're going to be going into, so they should line up pretty nicely. Okay, so go ahead and let's turn our work like this, and let's grab our needle. Okay, and I'll move my camera down just a little bit and we'll move this forward. So you're going to find the last stitch here, or the last double crochet here and here, and turn them, and then put your needle through that stitch and through that one, just like this. I'll move my fingers out of the way. We're going to just pull nice and through and make sure you have a long piece of thread, so that way you can get all the way down to the end. And then you're just going to put your needle right through that loop, and we're going to just pull on it. I like to make sure this is nice and straight. And there we go. Pull nice and tight. You can also go back through there like this. And whoop. Sometimes that'll happen where your loop will be a little bit longer or shorter. I just put my finger right through there, and then I'm going to put my needle right back through that loop, so that way I have more of a secure loop. And then I'm just pull nice and tight. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go in between the stitches like this. And yep, sometimes your thread will do that. Okay, just go in and out through those stitches. It's always good to turn your work towards you so that way you can see it. And we're just going to do the sewing process just like this. Okay, so I'm going to sew this all the way down until I get to the very end, and then I will show you what this looks like. And then you can always pull out your needles. Just don't forget to put them away so you don't poke yourself. And if you want, you can always use your finger as a guide. That always helps as well. You can pull it nice and tight and then pull out. Okay, and you can move it down so you know which next stitch you are going into. Just like this. And just do this nice and slowly, or else your thread will get nice and tangled. And as you can see, I'm just moving it down per stitch so I know what the next 2 stitches I am going to go into. Okay, so I will meet you down at the very end, all the way down here to this portion right there. Okay, I will be back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back and I am almost done. As you can see, we made it to this little bump area. Now I had a really quick tip for you guys. So we're going to pull out this needle. When you get to the bump section of your sewing, one thing you can do is, instead of just going in through the stitches like this and then back up through like this, and then you just keep going on, this part right here sometimes tends to have more of a bigger hole, so we want to close that. So once we went in through this stitch and back up, we're going to go back in those stitches one more time like this. Okay, I'll pull my finger out. Okay, and then we're going to go back up through those stitches as well, and that will give you a loop. Okay, so that tightens it a little more instead of opening up those stitches, because this is where we had sewed it, and this is where we also have sewed it, so we want to close off that gap. And so that's what I did for each bump section right here, was make that grand loop. That way it closes off that. That is another really quick tip I wanted to give you folks when sewing stuff like that, because a lot of times your work can unravel if you don't tighten that up and close it off. So that is one way you can close up gaps like that. Okay, so we're just making our way down here, and I know I see a little needle right here. Okay, so let me just get down to the bottom real quick, and I will meet you down there in just a moment. Alright, we are finally nearing the bottom, and I have one more stitch right here. So I'm going to go up through that stitch. We're also going to make sure, so we're also going to go back through these end pieces right here, so we can also close off this gap right here as well. So this is where we're going to cut it off. So I'm going to pull it through like this, and then I'm going to go back up through that and put my finger right in there so we have that loop. I am so sorry, I'm trying to move the black section out of the way so you can see it. And then put my needle through there, put my finger over and through the new loop, and then I'm going to pull up and pull down. We're going to put our needle right back through there. Wait till we hear that. Looks like no click. That was my desk. And then I'm going to go right back through there. And then I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut it off. There we go. And now we're going to do the final reveal. So that way you get to see section 1 and section 2 sewn together. Okay, so let's pull out my camera. So there you go. That is what it looks like. As you can see, this is the bat body right here. This is where your wing section is going to be connected to on these two ends. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a short one. I wasn't trying to make it too long. Don't forget to scroll down and hit that like button if you are enjoying this video. And also don't forget to scroll down and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more unique tutorials such as this one and other ones I will do in the future. And also one more thing, don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you think I'm going to do for the cardigan. So when we're done with this blanket, we're going to work on a cardigan from a Marvel character. If you'd like to type in your comments or suggestions stating which Marvel character I'm going to do, it's going to be on the back of the cardigan, and then the cardigan is going to be in a plaid dark blue with a light purple color. I think I showed it in one of my videos. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know what you think of that plaid as well. Okay, and until next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning into this video and enjoying it, and thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing. And until next time, bye-bye.